Today we have a great session for you, and in this session we will be discussing about word of mouth marketing. So in the age of social media, since the age of Facebook, and we are living in the golden age of social media, so trust has become more information than the knowledge. And we rarely like the trust for our friends or for our family members, or we listen to the people we trust, and the it's reflects on our buying behavior, it reflects on our purchase behaviors and everything we do. So in this leveraging word of mouth marketing becomes really important, because you are not just catering to your audiences, but your audience is also talking to everyone, and they are posting on social media, they are posting on other channels. So your audience is already talking to and having a word. So idea is to you need to not control, but you need to leverage that, and you need to engage more, or like generate more word of mouth. So the whole idea is that it can be done naturally, but eventually for everything, it needs to be done systematically, or there needs to be a performance, or there needs to be a plan behind that. So in this webinar, what we will cover is we will be covering mostly around the how to generate word of mouth marketing, and second, like how to leverage word of mouth marketing. So these are the two topics for the webinar. Now, why this is important? So like we said, that it's a age of creators, so everyone has a camera, everyone has an opinion. So it's people are posting all the time on social media, and they are including that they are talking about your product, your brand, their experiences. So we need to monitor that, we need to control, and we need to not even control, it's more like helping them to get to that, and we want more of it, because every impression you get from word of mouth is free impression. So if it's a positive experience, you create a positive experience and you get a free word of mouth, or like a free impression on social media, so it's as equivalent as paid marketing. But it performs better than paid marketing, because it's coming from someone whom they trust or whom they listens to. So that's the concept. And attention is decentralized. So attention decentralized means the people are not listening to a single authority figure, they are listening to multiple small influencers, small pockets of influence, and they are listening in their own echo chamber. So it's nothing is more like 1984, like a centralized ecosystem, or like a big brother system is not there. It's more decentralized, more this thing. And in a way, like big brother is Facebook, but still like what we can say is that people are listening to not a single person, it's decentralized. So there is multiple opportunity to reach the people, reach these peoples, and multiple opportunity to influence them now. And everything is come down to trust. Like knowledge or fact is more, like trust is more important than fact, which we have seen in our regular conversation. So now for e-commerce brands, at least 20% of your revenue should come from word of mouth marketing. And that's the really important why we are working on this, and why this is important for e-commerce brand, because there is a lot of impressions, and there's a lot of impressions which your brand is generating organically, not without any paid marketing, not on your your pages, it's happening on customer individual profile pages. So for that, we need to work on our that word of mouth and the 20% of revenue should come from word of mouth. And it's possible. And imagine if you can get 20% of revenue from word of mouth organically, without any, or maybe even some paid, then it can leverage, like you can have lot more, like a higher CLV, higher LTV, and the cost of acquisition will go down. So yeah, and the benefit is that it's generate higher sale. So what I was saying about impressions, so every impression is not created equal. So impression from a brand or impression from a customer's friend has different impact. And in that sense, the any impressions or any like a post, organic post or positive boost post done by someone who customer or a prospect trusts, speaks louder than, or converts 5 times higher than the uh, anything the brand can do. So it's not about what you say about yourself, it's like what other people say about yourself. And similarly, like the trust is very high in word of mouth, because even if you put out your own reviews on your own channel, or if you put out any other thing, like your own testimonials, or you say like we have this certificate, that certificate, and this kind of accreditation, that accreditation, but still people want to listen to other people, and they trust other people more than the brand. And yeah, so that's the thing where things stand. It's not a good thing, but it's a good thing in the sense that because of the bad experiences, customer tend to trust brand less and more to their friends and family, and it's going to be this way for long time. And now what's the word of mouth is, because earlier it was a referral, then there is a affiliate, then there is a influencer, then there is a organic like customers. So it's a little bit loosely used terms, and mostly in marketing like most of the terms, because so many people like adopt that term, so it's everyone is meaning have a different meaning associated with that. But in that, what we have decided, like word of mouth is any word of mouth. So any word of mouth is a word of mouth. And in the terms of marketing, how we can influence that, so we broken up into like into 5 categories. So one is like your customer generated on social media. So whatever your customer is saying about you on social media, these are regular customer, these are like nano, less than nano influencers, these are like regular customers, regular people. Then second is like customers generated on brand customer, like the generated content on brand's website. So brand's website includes your reviews, your like a tag sorry, like reviews and this thing. Next is like your influencer generated content on social media. So these are influencer which are more like nano, micro, macro, or like mega influencers, and they are like they have a place because they might not be your customers, but they have influence on your audience. So there's a it's a, also a part of an important word of mouth strategy. And fourth is like a customer to customer. So customer to customer or customer to a friend is like a literal, that I am referring to my personal friend, or like a one-on-one communication. So that's considered into a referral. It's different from a customer leaving a review on your website. So customer leaving a review on the website with a positive experience will serve everyone, but customer persuading some like their friend or family members to join, or like to buy from you, that's more like a referral marketing. And last is like affiliate. So affiliate is like influencers, but not on social media. So these are influencers like old fashioned influencers which have their own website, own blog, on YouTube channel. Like YouTube is also, but they are not on social media. So there is a different model. And but this is also generated for the scope of this webinar. We kept like referral and affiliate out of the picture, and in this we will be mainly focusing on the user generated content or influencer generated content on social media, or either on your website. So that's the scope, and that's the framework. So word of mouth encompasses all 5 of them. So referral, affiliate, influencer, UGC, and reviews, like I think. So these are like interrelated terms. Next is customer generated social word of mouth. So that's the first framework. So these are regular customers, these are not special customers or like nano influencers. These are regular customers who are influencing your brand, and you're communicating about your brand. So how we engage with them? So there is a, in the framework we take it from a like engage includes your how we get them to engage with you or generate that word of mouth. So they might be doing on their own. So there is always the argument that they will be already be doing it on their own, and it's always the case. But eventually the whole idea is to enhance that, or like to escalate this, or like to supplant that or support that, and give them more triggers, more this thing. And there is a like a considerable difference if you let it be, or you say that it will happen on its own, or you push it, or like you trigger, you put rewards on it and all those things. So there is a higher chance of this, like maybe like a 5 to 10 times higher count of reviews, higher count of feedback, this thing. And in the engage, there can be multiple triggers. So one is the purchase related triggers. So purchase related triggers is like regular, if someone has bought, you follow up them with them to tag them on social media, or share their experience on, or their unboxing on social media. But second is the lifestyle. So lifestyle is a little bit tricky. So lifestyle includes that if you can build a community around the product, and the product become that central to the customer life or their lifestyle, that whenever, like in the case of Away, luggage, they make baggages, and for them, whenever the customer is on trip or this thing, so they encourage their customer to include them into hashtag. There is a like a Lululemon example, like Sweat Life. So Sweat Life also asks you to influence, like include that into your this thing. And every most of the, if someone is doing yoga or someone is doing, so whenever they share this on social media or Instagram, they include that Lululemon hashtag into that. And it doesn't need to be necessarily to the brand. It's more about like a lifestyle. So if you can make your brand synonym to a lifestyle, that doing using our product is a healthy lifestyle, or a this lifestyle or nomad lifestyle, or anything like maybe skiing lifestyle, or so those kind of things can have a better impact, and customer is more willing to use that, and it's more natural also. So that word of mouth is not forced, that word of mouth is very casual, and it's really powerful. And next is home try on. So like Warby Parker is a best good example of this. Like they introduced this home try-ons, and home try-ons have generated like lot of good word of mouth for them. Next is like social cause. So if you can engage someone with the social cause, or this thing like even for a NGO, or for a some charity, so for those things, if you can build that brand, like that we are cruelty free, we are we are for the eco-friendly or sustainable friendly, and those things, so those people care about that. And if you we are able to merge that with our communication, that whenever you talk about earth or like sustainable, then when you use our products, you are helping earth to become more sustainable, or yeah, like you making it the world more eco-friendly. So then in that case, those kind of social causes helps you with that the positive engagement. And giveaway contest is straightforward. Like you have a contest, you ask them to share, and all those things. Last is unique experience. So unique experience is like tough to say, because anything can be unique, and if it's it can be said, or like it can be taught, so it's not will not remain unique for long. But idea is that something unique to your brand, or something unique experience. So I wanted to give like Coca-Cola did a like a share a Coke campaign with their this thing. Or there was a different example where the this Lay's chips used to do that. That they used to have a contest, that you can get your own flavor of Lay's if you share this, or like reach out to us, or like this thing. And eventually, if like in a quarter or so, they eventually launched a product with a customer flavor or something like that. So those kind of things are really powerful, and that's a unique experience for that user, and that generates really high buzz and high unique experience. And if we are talking like let's in the terms of rewards, so rewards is because these are customers, and they are not in it for money. Like there might be some influence, or like you can say that if you tag us on social media, there is a reward for this. But we have not seen that working that well, and that really works. So the idea, and it will not be consistent also, because it's purely transactional, so it will not be a long term this thing long term effective for word of mouth. So what you want is more about the cause, or like a social recognition. So social recognition is the thing which everyone craves for. And if a brand can tap into that social recognition, maybe like from some kind of a reward, or some kind of acknowledgement, or some kind of a like a Lululemon, what they do is like they create a poster of their ambassador, and they post it put it up on their wall in the physical store. So that kind of recognition is very big for someone. And people, it's not about the reward, or like $10 off or something like that. It's more about the recognition, or if you can get acknowledge the customer. And customer, it's increases the social status of the customer tells to their friend that I got featured over there, this thing, that thing. And that's the real customer, like a word of mouth, and genuine word of mouth. And it makes really good stories also. There's a lot of stories which can be created in that unique experience and the reward system. So but if you like from a reward, so it can work without reward also, because if it's a part of lifestyle, you don't need any reward. Then there can be a social recognition, the highest form of reward which you can give. And last is like a dollar based, or like a incentive based. It's like not recommended, but it can always boost. Like there is no harm with that, but it should not, like you should not rely purely on the incentive based reward system. So next is like email communication. So like to engage or to trigger, so we got the list of triggers, that these are the points where we will nudge the customer and this will be the reward. Then we have to finalize the this, like where we will communicate with them. So communication is like, one is email. So email, you can have it on post purchase, like tag us to get featured or this thing. But more is more about like um, like training, not training, but the word I was looking for is like join your cult, like become to make them part of your community. What you need is more like a cause or community based this thing, and those things can be done easily in the welcome flow or in the earlier part of the journey where you are introducing the brand, introducing this thing. And at that stage you can say that uh, we stand for this, these are our values, these are this thing, and you try to create your herd and or your community around that. And if people relate to that, they will definitely share without any incentive and this thing. So that's the main idea. And still like contest, giveaways, social cause campaigns and all those things, so you can amplify using automations, you can amplify using campaigns as well. So next is like a leverage. So once you get that, so how you leverage that? So one is like featured on website. So there is a very good website, log46.com, 460.com. And what they do is like they made your Instagram feed like shoppable. So you can tag the products, the customer can see the products. So it's more like an inspiration. So it works really well for jewelry, apparel, and fashion kind of brands, where you can show the product in the real life scenario, like real scenario, or like actual scenario, current usage. And over there people can get the look and feel of the product, and they can buy based on their Instagram post and all those things. So that's a really powerful, where you can have it embedded, but it's more like a shopping feature, it's more like a listing that our product has been used like this, and they can eventually decide for themselves. And next is like shout out is like you acknowledge them, and it's also goes back to our social recognition theme, that it needs to be recognized, and people need to be like your audience. To build your audience, you need to recognize them on social media. And last is like use in ads, but for that you might need permission because it's a public and this thing. So there are multiple platforms which manage that for you. So they will chase the user, they will get the permission, and they will get this like all the legal work. But that's the this. But sometimes it becomes a hassle that you have to chase and like individually. But there are tools now, subscription tools, which you can use to get this engagement. And this is mainly for customer generated social, and then customer generated on site. So it's just a part of extension. There is not much difference, but it just like talks more about the review. So we didn't caught like surveys into that, because survey is not word of mouth sort of, like survey is like for the learning or like for the feedback sort of a thing. But like customer generated on site is mostly around that review, and mostly either website review or product review. And in that it's mostly related to purchase, like 90% it would be around purchase. But it can be about like about a cause or this thing, because it's more into the website review. And important part is that the trigger can also be about the response, so review response or like anything. Like if someone has given a 5-star review, then needs to be a different thing. Or if someone has given a 1-star review, then it needs to be different. So those kind of reviews also, like a response of the review also matters. And how we set it up in Klaviyo or like in other email marketing platforms, because all the apps like Stamp, Smile, or like Judge Me, or like Loops, so all they have integration with Klaviyo. So what we can get is like if someone has given a 5-star review, then we ask for a higher this thing, like that can you share us for public platform like Google review or any like app store or anything like that. Or if a customer has given a like 1-star 2-star reviews, so then you want to do some damage control. You don't want that review to be like pasted all over the internet. So what you want is like to place, say sorry, either give discount, or like personally reach out to the customer and try to figure out the problem, or like give a solution to the user. But the idea is that there should be a response based on the review. It should not be that someone has given a bad review and it's like festering and like it's getting steam. So the idea is to chase the bad reviews and try to solve the and improve the experience. Like it's not about just like getting the review fixed, it's more about improving the experience and fixing the this thing. But that's important because customer is only talking on your website. So if customer is saying something on your website, so there is a high probability that if you don't address it promptly, then it might go down to like social media and other channels. So that's why the review response becomes really important, that every bad experience should be like contained, or like at least the damage should be contained. And it's also like good customer experience. And next is around like rewards and this thing leverage. So in the leverage part on site, this thing on thigh okay, customer generated on site word of mouth. So in that the rewards are like there can be like without reward also you can give reviews, and you can ask for reviews. It can also be a part of like this thing. It can be also part of where you can have a contest like one lucky winner at end of the month, because you don't want to make it too transactional, because then it's like review also get influenced because of that. So and it's not a good uh, like long term strategy. But eventually what you want is like some incentive, but maybe not on the transactional, that you give us one review you get one. It may be on the group level. And next is like next purchase discount, or it can be a part or baked into a loyalty program system. So you write a review, you get some loyalty points or smile points or those things. So those can be this. And leverage is like on the website, so that's no brainer, and also in the creatives and even. And we personally recommend like Judge Me, but there are like 50 plus apps for that. And next is last is most like next important is the influencer generated word of mouth. And that's the tricky part, because your customer can also be influencer. You can also recruit some influencers, or you can reach out to influencer. So there is a lot of opportunity over there, that you can have influencers from this thing. And because you are directly in communication with them, or you are talking with them, so you can influence some part of the content. So it can be that what you want is like different stages of the customer lifetime journey. So what you are looking for is like top of the funnel content, or you are looking for the middle of the funnel, or you're looking for the like a bottom of the funnel content. So it starts with like typically with most of the influencers start with free samples. So you send over the free samples, they will give their honest review or opinion. So that's the like basic engagement. But it can also be that they can also talk about you out of their unique experience, like if something happened or something this thing, and then you can reach out to them, that you can reach out to them about the unique experience. Then there can be like a giveaway contest kind of a thing, where it was more about like giveaways or contest. And social cause, like influencers can also be influenced, like believe in a social cause, and then they can reach out to you. But mostly starts with the free sample. And in this the type of content, because you are in communication with them, so it also is important about the influencing the type of content. So it can be honest review, like you give a free sample and they give you their honest feedback. But it can be also about the unboxing. So there can be unboxing angle, that then there can be educational, because they might be like creating a demo, or like how to guide how to apply makeup or those kind of things, and they can like walk the user step by step. Then there can be entertainment level. So entertainment will include your this thing, that for entertainment it can be around like a skit. It can be a part of a skit, like old fashioned product placement in the movies and this thing. So it can be a part of a skit, like they are doing a YouTube video, or like some TikTok reel, and in that your product stands out, or like is part of some kind of a skit or story. So that is also has worked well. So it not direct, but it's like some form of influencer. Like it's always like helps the brand, and helps the brand, and it's also like creates a positive like transactions, I would say. And step by step we have. And it can also be product comparison. So because it's not coming directly from the brand, so they can say few things which brand can't say. So in that sense, like they can have a honest I'm not saying that feeding or like asking for a negative like a bashing video, but it can be that they can give a honest opinion, that why your product is better than your competition. So those kind of things, because you're working directly with them, you can have it done, and you can have it like discuss with them and get it, or direct them toward these kind of options. And in rewards, it's mostly based on their audience size. So it's mostly based on their audience size, but and you start from so nano, micro, macro, and mega. And the idea is so how you structure it is like a top of funnel. So top of funnel is in the initial buzz. So what you want is not a big, it's more like a starting like a small influencers or like a nano influencers, and you want like multiple nano talking about you, which is more like a regular content. And it's not this thing it's you don't put your weight behind it. It's mostly that they create a content, you don't push that much on paid marketing or like this paid dollar behind that. But then if the macro or mega influencers, then you put your whole marketing budget. And there is like now the whitelisting program, where you take the access from them, or you get their whitelisting from them within the meta ecosystem. And then you can run ad to their audience. So you are paying, putting up the bill for the ads, but it's their audience which are, and it's coming from them. So that's the on the leverage side. But rewards is basically like based on the experience, or it's one-on-one deal based on their audience, and it's very highly customizable. But second part is the ambassador. So ambassador is interesting because ambassador is influencers. uh, they have understanding with the brand, but it's not just based on the this thing, it's not just creating a reel or video. They are more like evangelist for the brand, or they are like representing brands. So they will also go to event, in the case of Lululemon, they will like go to events, they will visit to the store, they will help you with your yoga queries or those things. And they will also shoot videos or post their social media content. But the scope is more than that. That Shine has ambassador program, where they have on campus ambassadors or something like that. So they have a recruit a school or college level ambassadors. So ambassadors is not directly related to their influence, but how much effort, or how much they believe in the brand, and how much effort they are willing to put for that. So that's the ambassador thing. And rewards based is we have discussed. And then the leverage. In the leverage, one is the paid. So paid is that the whitelisting part. But then also it's more about the reshare and top of the funnel. So top of the funnel is mostly reshare about the nano. And for mega, it's mostly around the paid marketing budget, where you are be able to amplify the reach, and use their the creator influence to maximize the and those kind of campaigns have worked really well. Those kind of campaigns works really well. And so that's the broad structure of word of mouth. So word of mouth is mostly uh, around this that customer on website, off website, like social media, then influencer off website, like on social media, then influencer on affiliate, and influencer there is a this affiliate level, influencer on affiliate, and there is a referral. So these are the five. And these are really important to lower your cost of acquisition, and to have a higher customer loyalty, customer trust, customer repeat level, and LTV, and all those things. So working on word of mouth should be your from a brand perspective and from a retention perspective. It's creating a positive experience for the customers, and enhancing those experiences or leveraging those experiences to acquire more customers. So that's mostly word of mouth is all about. And next step is that we work with brands on every end to end customer lifetime value. So we our promise is that we will increase your customer lifetime value by 10 to 30%, depending on the stage of your business. And we will do it within 30 days. And we it includes your paid subscription. We will look at your referral loyalty program, your word of mouth strategy, your reviews, and your the complete customer lifetime journey. So that's the promise. And it's not just about email marketing. It's more comprehensive, more end to end. It's more impactful, and it has a higher impact on the overall customer journey. And we have helped these brands with their customer retention and lifetime value. So thank you. Thank you. And reach out to me, or like follow me for more such updates. And like we will be conducting these webinars like once a week. So we will be coming up with the next webinar next week. So thank you.